Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Code with Sunny, and in this video I will be talking about one of the Google interview coding question. The problem name is longest string chain. Okay, so as the problem name is going to be like longest string chain, we must be finding it out the length of the longest string chain type of these type of problems. Okay, and the index number is 1048 and the problem is of one of the medium type problems of this lead code. Okay, you can easily see the number of likes is going to be like very huge for this problem. It is like 1735 now. Okay, so given a list of words and each word consists of English lowercase letters. So there will be a array of strings and every string is going to be like a consist of lowercase characters. And here is the definition given to us, that is a word 1 from this array is going to be like predecessor of this word 2. Word 2 is also present in this array if and only if we can add exactly one letter anywhere in this word 1 so that it becomes equal to word 2. Okay, so one thing that I should mention over here, that don't get confused with at most and exactly. That is, whenever we will add exactly one letter, note that the term exactly one letter in this word 1, then it becomes equal to word 2. Then it is been said that word 1 is a predecessor of this word 2. And this is going to be important because as when I have read this problem, it is like I have just confused that exactly or at most, because I haven't read the problem like accurately. Okay, so I will recommend to read the problem statement very much carefully. That is, we must add exactly one letter in this word 1, and when it becomes exactly equal to word 2, then we can say word 1 is a predecessor of this word 2. For example, you can easily see there is a string ABC. If I will insert a character A at after this B, it becomes ABAC, and if this ABAC is already present in my array of strings, then I can say ABC is the predecessor of ABAC. Okay, so a word chain is this one, and word 1 is a predecessor of word 2, and so on and something like that. Okay, so we have to find the longest possible length of this word chain with words chosen from a given list of words. Okay, so I'm going to explain this entire problem with the help of the examples also. First, now it is going to be like important to look over the constraints because it is going to play a very important role over here. And what is that? Word's length, that is n, is going to be like maximum up to 1000, and words of I dot length is going to up to 16. So how this is going to help us? So before moving further, I'm just recommending that you must have a basic knowledge of this dynamic programming and the concept related to, if you are using C++, you must be aware of the unordered maps, hash tables. Okay, if you are using Python, I don't know which type of they use and hash tables like something. Okay, so you must be aware of the concepts of dynamic programming and hash tables. Okay, so let's move further to understand this problem in detail with the help of examples. So let's move further. Okay, so you can see here is one of the example that I have taken over here. And suppose first let us understand the concept of predecessor. So let me pick up this string. So this string is basically PCXBC. So and suppose this is going to be like word 2. And I will say this there exists some word 1 such that if we eliminate one of the character, any one of the character from this word 2, it becomes some other string. Let us say I will eliminate this P, so it becomes CXBC. So and if and only if I can claim that this is going to be word 1 and word 1 is going to be like predecessor of this word 2, only and only when CXBC will exist in this array of strings. You can easily see CXBC is existing in this array of strings. Okay, according to the definition, I have just worked upon in the reverse manner. According to the definition, it says we have some word 1 and we insert any character at any of the position of this word 1, and if my new string exists in this array of strings, I will claim that yes, word 1 and word 2 are going to be like predecessor. That is, word 1 is predecessor of this word 2. I have just worked upon in a reverse manner because it is going to be like easy to understand in a reverse manner rather than introducing a new character to W1, because we can insert like 26 characters of my choice and at any positions. So it is going to be like a hectic task to perform, to write down all the characters and assume that and the positioning of these characters in any of the places of this word. So rather than, we can just easily check by removing any one of the characters, any characters of my choice from this word 2, and check it out if my new string is going to exist in this array of strings or not. We can easily say W1 is going to be like predecessor of this W2, and we need to find the length of the longest string chain. So there might exist some W3 if possible, or there might exist some W4 and so on. So then we can easily claim that this here it is, you can see the three strings is going to be like length of the longest string possible. Okay, so talking about this example, I will just explain it out how the here what is the answer coming it out and what could be my approach. Okay, so you can easily see if I pick up this XB now. So this is my XB. Let's say this is word 1 and I will talk about this word 2. Okay, so if I will pick up this XBC now. So here is XBC. So if I will introduce this character C at the end of this string XB, I will have this XBC, and XBC is going to exist in my array of strings. I can claim that XB is a predecessor of this XBC. And now the length of the longest string chain is coming out to be 2. Okay, so can there exist some more strings such that this XBC is going to be predecessor of that string or not? So let us talk about some more strings. If we club it out CXBC over here, so my string will become CXBC, and you can easily see if I will eliminate one of the character from this CXBC, like I will eliminate this C, my new string will become XBC, and XBC is already over here, so XBC is going to be like the predecessor of CXBC. So these three strings is currently available now, and it is going to be like length of longest string chain of predecessor of strings. So my answer up to this now is coming out to be 3. So can we extend this length to more increasing length or not? That is, can we make it 3 to 4 or not? So we must check it out if CXBC is the predecessor of any of the string or not, which is not going to be chosen up to till now. So let us talk about PCXBC. So if I will club it over here, so my string would become PCXBC. So you can easily see CXBC is the predecessor of this PCXBC, because if I will eliminate this P character, my new string CXBC is already present over here, and CXBC is going to be like predecessor of PCXBC. So my length of longest string chain would become 4 now. So can we extend this to 5? Yes, I will add PCXBCF. So if I will add PCXBCF, PCXBC is going to be like predecessor of PCXBCF. Then I can easily say my length of longest string chain has come out to be 5, and this is going to be answer. Okay. So what could be my approach in general to solve this problem in the best possible way under the given time constraint, and that should be like the best solution. Okay, so let's move further to understand this one. Okay, so I'm talking about the approach. So one of the first approach that when I was solving this problem that clicked to my mind is like, why not to make a graph of these strings? Like if I will pick up one of the advantage that we have is if you look over the constraints, like n is going to be like 1000. That is the length of the array of strings can maximum go up to 1000. So we can build the directed graph of these strings, and since we can have a O of n square iteration, that is n square iteration is possible, it is like 10 power 6. So we can build a directed graph, then we can traverse and find out the length of longest string chain, how it is going to be done. So first, this approach is will give us a TLE verdict, and from this one I have just built up the optimal and best solution passing all these test cases. So I will recommend, so I will recommend to understand this one first. Okay, and what is that? You can easily see, I can easily build a graph of the strings. How I can build that? So I will pick up this XB and I will make a directed edge to XBC. So if I will do that, it means that XB is going to be like predecessor of this XBC. So I'm just building the graph in such a way that in general I'm writing it out. If W1 is the one of the strings, and W2 is another of the strings, and W3 is another of strings, and so on up to Wn, I will say there is a directed edge from Wi to Wj only and only when Wi is going to be predecessor of this Wj. Okay, if I think if all these directed edges have been built up, then I can easily pick up every string and start a depth first search traversal and find it out what is the maximum level that is being going to be reached considering this string as a root node. Okay, so if you are not going to understand this, no need to worry about. Suppose if this is the string array that is being given to us, and if I will make the like a combination of wi and wj, you can easily see xb is going to have a directed edge towards xbc, and xbc will have a directed edge towards cxbc, and cxbc will have a directed edge towards pcxbc, and so on. You can easily see we'll have directed as a PC, X, B, C, F. That is for every pair of strings. I will first check it out if Wi is going to be like predecessor of Wj or not, and if it is, I will make a directed edge towards Wi to Wg. And after doing that, I will consider every node as a root node and find out the maximum level considering this as the root node. So for this case, if I will consider this xb as a root node, my maximum level will go up to 5. You can easily see that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If I will consider this xb as a root node, and this is going to be our answer. And you can consider every node consider this PC XPCF as the root node, then you will find the maximum level as 1, and if you consider CXBC as this root node, then you will find the maximum level as 3. In this way, we will build up the directed graph in O of n square time, and then we will do a DFS traversal, because then we will get the answer. But this approach will be going to be like hectic, because you can easily have a TLE verdict over here. Okay, if you look over the solution, like my 67 by 78 test cases was passed, which is not going to be like a good one solution, because I have done a lot of things. Like first I have just done this one, make an adjacency list, and then I have drawn this in order thing, that is the node which whose in order is going to be like 0. Then I will start a DFS traversal over here. You can easily see my answer would be like maximum of this maximum level for every those nodes whose in order is going to be like 0. In order means you can also see in degree. Okay, that is the node having the degree equal to 0. In degree I am talking about. Then this will give us the correct answer, but it will give us a TLE. So but this solution is going to help us. How this solution is going to help us? This gives me the idea that how we can optimize this solution. So okay, now I'm talking about optimized solution. Okay, so you can see one benefit that we have if W1 and is okay. So if W1 is the first member of this longest string chain, and W2 is the second member of this longest string chain, and W3 is the third member, and let's say we have only W4, which is the fourth member of this longest string chain. I'm not talking about this example. I'm talking about in general. Okay. So one observation is that if W1, W2, W3 and W4 is the member of the longest string chain in order, then what is the length difference between this W3 and W4? And what is the length difference between W2 and W3? And what is the length difference between W1 and W2? You can easily see the length difference of this longest string chain consisting of strings will always come out to be 1. 1, 1. Okay. So this gives me the idea that if we have length of longest string chain, let's say x, then this xth string will have the, that is we can always start from this xth string, and we can always check for those strings whose length is going to be like strictly less than 1. Okay, so if we have, like in this case, if we have xb, then we have xbc, and then we have cxbc, and then we will have pcxbc. Okay, so if this is the W4, I think this is W4. Yes, this is W4. So you can easily see the length is coming out to be 5. So I will check it out for length equal to 4. That is, for all the strings having length equal to 4, the if that string is going to be like a predecessor of my current string or not, and then the for length 3 and then for the length 2. So this gives me the idea that I will first sort my initial given array of strings on the basis of their decreasing order of their strings length. Okay, so what will be the benefit of doing such? Yes, this will be going to benefit us. And how it is going to benefit us? Let us try to understand that. So if I will have the decreasing order of strings length, then what I am going to do is let's say I have now PC XBC. XBCF, let's say I will have maximum of this one. Okay, so PCX will have the maximum length. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm unaware of this word one, I am considering this as word two, and I need to find word one which is going to be like predecessor of this one. Okay, so what I need to do is I will eliminate every character from this string PCXBCF. I will eliminate P, then my string becomes CXBCF, and if I will eliminate C, my string would become P appended with XBCF. So my string would become PXBCF, and then again I will eliminate X. So my string would become PCXBCF. Then I will eliminate B and so on. After eliminating every character, we will have a new string, and I will check that string is going to exist in my array of strings or not. And if that string is going to exist in my array of strings, I will increment, or you can say I will just take the maximum of that newly formed string. What is the maximum length of chain ending at my new string? If you're not going to understand, no need to worry about. Suppose I have this PCXBCF. So if I will eliminate this P, my new string is CXBCF, and this string is CXBCF. Is going to exist in my array of strings or not? You can easily see it is not going to exist. So I will just not consider after subsequent iterations. So what is my new checking? My new checking will eliminate the C. Then my new string will have PXBCF. This is not also not going to exist in my array of strings. So when I will found that after eliminating this F, my new string would become PCXBC, and this is going to exist in my array of strings. Then I will just increment the value associated with PCXBC equal to maximum of length of longest chain ending at this one, maximum of this one, and 1 plus maximum of originally stored value of this string with maximum of 1 plus the maximum length of string ending length of string chain ending at this string PCXBCF, which is 1. 1 plus 1 would become 2. It means that if I will start with PCXBCF and then goes to PCXBC, my length of longest chain would become 2. Okay. So when my iteration comes to this string PCXBC, and I will eliminate every character from this PCXBC again. Okay. So if I will eliminate one by one, like if I will eliminate P, my string would become CXBC. Then I will just increment, or you can easily say I will just take maximum of original stored value of this CXBC string which is actually existing in my array of strings. And how I'm going to do that? Maximum of originally stored value, which is going to be like this one, and 1 plus the maximum length of ending chain ending at PCXBC, and which is going to be like value 2. 1 plus this 2, it is going to be like 3. Okay, so you can easily see I will each time I will get the maximum answer. And what I'm going to do, my length of longest string chain can end with any of the strings. I can take maximum with all of the strings that is present over this array. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, suppose we have a length of string chain like I'm doing in a reverse manner, w5 w4. Okay, I should have placed my arrow wrong. W5 w4 W3, W2, and W1. Okay, so for each time I will just find it out. If this is going to be like this one, I will just eliminate one character from W5 and I will check it out. If there exists some W4 which is already in this string, then I will update the answer stored in this variable with 1 plus maximum of length of longest string chain ending at this one, W5. And similarly W3 and W2 and W1. Okay, so finally I will take the maximum with all over the strings that is going to present in my array of strings, that the length of longest string chain ending at this one. This is actually a standard problem of dynamic programming. If you are aware of the concept, then you can easily understand this one. Okay, so let's move further to the coding part. Actually, first I will try to explain where are my flaws. Like I will have the best one as 56 ms, then I will try to improve my code, but it is like no longer than good one. So I will first explain my this code like of 79% beats. It is going to be like the same thing. Okay, so First, okay. So first I will explain this very good one code like 88% of CPU submission beats. What I've done is first I've sorted on the basis of the length. That is the maximum length will come at the very first position and so on. I've taken the unordered map which is going to mapping of string and its unique number. That is I will assign a unique number to every string that is equal to the index number. Okay, and you can easily see n is going to word size, and I have just iterated over this words array of vector of strings, and index of words of I is going to be I. Note that this index named variable, this is actually unordered map of string comma int. Okay, and I actually have assigned every string a unique number, and this is going to stored in the map, and my answer will always be one minimum answer. And I have taken a DP, and the requirement of taking of this DP is basically since I have assigned a unique number to every string, I can easily maintain a DP of size n. Since maximum unique number is going to be like n minus 1, I can make a string, I can make a DP vector of size n. Now I have iterated in my, you can easily see in my strings, array of strings, and what I've done is I have tried to remove each character and check new string is available or not. Okay, how I'm going to do that? I iterated in my words of I dot length, words of I, and my new string would be like skipping my current character. That should be like appended with words of I dot substring. For if I will skip my current character, that is all the strings substrings starting from 0 to j minus 1 will be taken, and the substring after this current character will be taken, and both will be appended together, and I will check if this string is going to exist in my map or not. That is, if this string is going to exist in my array of strings or not. If it is, I will increment, or I will take the maximum of dp of index of new string. That is string, new string that I have found, that is going to be predecessor of my current string. What is the maximum length of longest chain ending at this new string? Okay, so it should be like already stored value. And what is my current value? 1 plus dp of I. That dp of I is the word 2 basically, and if my new string is the predecessor of this word 2, I will increment my that is increment this value of dp of I by 1, denoting that my length of longest string chain is now going to end with this new string. Okay, so also you need to take care that I am talking about length of longest ending at this one, means I am just doing in a reverse manner. That is, if you consider the problem statement like the word 1 is a predecessor of word 2, then word 2 is going to be a predecessor of word 3, and if it will basically signifies that my length of longest string end with the word key. Okay, but now I have considered here, that is my solution is considered here is like in a reverse manner. I will start with word of key, that is string, length of longest string chain, and in that strings length, in that strings of longest string chain, I will start with the extreme string, that is of word of k, then I will move to this word of 1. Okay, so that is what I am going to do here. Okay, so yes, I think I have covered over here. Then I will each time take up the maximum with the index of this new string, that is the value of this new string, length of longest chain ending at this new string. Okay, and finally return the answer. This will give us a 88% CPP submission runtime beats. And another solution that I have submitted over here, this is also a good one. In spite of giving a unique index to every string, I have just maintained the answer directly. And what is that unordered map of string comma int is again? But this is a mapping of ending string, that is the length of longest string chain ending at this position. Note that I am talking in a reverse manner. That is starting from word of k to this word of 1 like that. Okay, and assigned every string as the minimum answer as 1, and what I've done is I've taken one answer which is also going to minimum answer, and for every strings I have just iterated through all the characters and try to skip my current character. It should be like my new string is formed over here like this one, and I will check it out if this exists in my array of strings, and if it is yes, I will take the maximum as mp of maximum of mp of new string comma 1 plus my this maximum up to this string, and I will update my answer also, and finally I will return the answer. Okay, so if you have any doubts, Do not forget to mention in the comment section of the video. Also, this is a good question asked in the Google, so do not keep any doubts in your mind. Try to ask in the comment section of the video, and I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you for watching this video.